What is going on, guys? It's Matt here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my power leveling gear that I typically use when doing some of my power levels. This won't include any class specific gear that I might put on, depending on like what class I play. I might have an extra piece or two that's just better than this common stuff that I use, but I know this was a pretty requested video, so let's just get right into it. And I'm just gonna just kind of show the piece and maybe say something about it, and maybe like give alternatives as well for you guys, if anything. And again, this is for non-reboot only, so like this, we're talking about power leveling here, right? So if we're just gonna get right into it, I'm gonna start with my totems. Right, I got the King of Beasts totem, Otherworld, Cygnus, and Hunter totem. Why these? Just because I have them, got them from events, from pulling from Philo books, for example, and whatnot. Some of these pieces of gear can cost quite a lot, but again, I'm just here to showcase like what I use, and yeah, so. I got the King of Beasts, pretty, they're really good base stats. So if I'm using my Frenzy totem, for example, I just won't use like the Cygnus totem, because it's just slightly worse than the King of Beasts. Then we're gonna get into my rings. Evo ring, 1, 2, and 3. Again, all this gear is common, low level, and it's just a really nice boost at the start, at the very early levels from level 10 and onward. And then we got the absolute ring, which I got from like all these I just got from playing the game, actively. I can't get them anymore from the events, but yeah, just actively playing the game, and I'm just getting them from their corresponding events. Next, I got a special pendant of spirit. I believe you get this from Philo books, and then you just extend the time. Why this one? Because it gives +2 extra stat, and it's not just nothing, because the regular pendant of spirit gives no stats. I got the perfect absolute belt. This is the V1 version. V2 is actually 10 attack and magic attack and all stat. And then I baby primed it. So you might be hearing that a lot. Baby primes during the 9th anniversary event, which was essentially 6 years ago now. During the 9th anniversary event, Nexon released Prime Scrolls into the game in the Maples Leaf shop, and Baby Primes were just not as good of a version, not as good of a scroll as the 9th anniversary Prime Scrolls. The Baby Primes gave +5 to 6 all stat for everything that normal Primes did, I believe at 60% success rate, if I remember correctly. I think I can show you a weapon baby prime. Yeah, there you go, see? So this is a two-handed weapon baby prime, 60% success rate, 5 to 6 attack and magic attack. So basically you have that also for accessories and armor, and that's just what I used to scroll my gear at the time. So it kind of just shows how old this gear is. Immortal Pharaoh belt, I got this from a friend. 8 plus 17 attack, 10 stars, 21% all stat potential, and 4% all stat. Was a 4% all stat neb, and then it turned into a 4% all stat flame. Obviously, I don't think you'd be able to get this flame on this kind of item if you would do it now. But yeah, pretty sick belt. It's a regular Scissor of Karma that needs to be used to transfer, and now you can actually do that by buying it for only 20 mil from the shop, which is really good. Moving on, my pink bean hats. I have one for attack and one for magic attack. You're gonna be seeing that a lot. I have magic attack versions of my gear because you got to train your mages too. So mages are essential. For example, Beast Tamer. So we got that 16 attack pink bean hat, and I just cast scrolled this. Just tried my best. Didn't try too hard, I guess, on this hat, but yeah, just self scrolled. I don't know why this doesn't have int % on it, but whatever. Spiderweb Pointy Hat, got it from an event. Chaos scrolled a little bit, got it to legendary, 6% all stat. That's really good. And Wise Tree Branch Nose, baby primed it as well. Try to get some all stat on it, you know, so it affects every character. Raccoon Mask, 30 attack, you know, typical rack mask. 6% all stat, so it kind of affects everything. Even if I'm leveling up a mage, I'm still going to use this because it has 6% all stat. So at least it's something. I haven't bothered making like a special eye accessory for mages. So, and it has the 4% all stat neb as well. Or flame. But it had the 4% all stat neb on it. So that's actually, you know, just 10% all stat, which is really good when I'm leveling mages, and even better when I'm leveling up attack classes. Top and bottom also baby primed. Has no stat on it, but again, I use those baby primes plus 5 to 6 all stat scrolls. And this had a hyper body neb on it, so it has a 3% all stat flame. The one thing I do regret is not putting a 4% all stat neb on all of my training gear before the change happened. Really should have done that, but I don't think I was able to afford it at the time, so kind of sucks. Sandals, again, baby primed. Violet snowshoes made myself because my old snowshoes somehow disappeared. I don't know what happened to them, but they just disappeared, and I was never able to find them again. So we got 21 attack on them, 2% all stat flame, and then just tried to really benefit every stat except luck, apparently, because I wasn't leveling any luck classes. You know, you got that all stat line in there for the luck, but just everything is dex and strength other than that. Really solid. Double legendary. I guess I went a little too hard on this item. And then we have the magic attack version, 26 magic attack, really good, 18% int on the potential as well. We got my earrings. Again, these are baby primed, low leveled, common gear that every class can use. The gold emerald earrings, 2% all stat flame, 20 attack, has some drop rate. I used to use these as my drop rate earrings, but not anymore. Now that it's just training gear, it has 6% all stat in the main pot. It has 10 attack on the B pot. You know, it's pretty solid as a training piece. Not going to be recubing it or anything. And then we have the magic attack version, which is my 35 magic attack earrings here. I'm pretty sure I bought these. I don't remember for how much, but I did buy these. I think it might have been like around a bill at the time. 10% int as well. Really good. Phenomenal earring for training for mages. It's insane. Don't need more than that. Absol ring shoulder, level 0, 6 attack and magic attack, really nice. Brown work gloves, 28 attack apparently, 5% all stat flame because it had a sharp eyes neb prior to this. And then I got it to legendary, 3% all stat. Just try to get a line of all stat and a line of just anything else, you know, any other stat. That's why you're gonna see like a lot of my gear have like strength on the second line. I don't know, it just kind of happened. You know, it's not on purpose. We got 26 attack, Stormcaster gloves, 5% all stat flame as well because it has sharp eyes. Pretty solid. Has some all stat on the potential and attack on the B pot. And then we have the Flamekeeper Cordons, the magic attack version. Got them to 22 magic attack, 14 from scrolling, 5 all stat flame as well. Cape, I'm using the elephant balloon, red elephant balloon. Scrolled it, you know, chaos scrolled it, got some attack and magic attack, so it benefits both types of classes. Pink Adventure Cape, 31 attack, really nice, 4% all stat on the potential. And then the magic attack version, 21 magic attack. Scrolled that myself with 4 int. Hero of Legend badge, pretty solid. Got this from Philo book. Doing Philo books, I think I got actually a lot of these, but yeah, pretty solid. And then this basically just carries my characters, self-made. You know, I prime scrolled these, or this heart rather, not these, but this heart. 100 attack and magic attack, 5% all stat on the main potential, and then 2-line attack on the B pot. The B pot was by accident. I was trying to get like a line of all stat, but I ended up getting that. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'll settle for that. but 100 attack and magic attack on a level 30 heart. Insane. It's an android heart. Or Futuroid heart, I should say. So I have a tradable Futuroid that I can move within my account. Not a tradable, but I can move it within my account, which was from a Futuroid event. So that's really cool. And that's basically it in terms of the like typical common gear that I use. If you guys want to get an idea of maybe what you should be doing, you know, for the items that I have like baby primed, for example, just spell trace. You know, you don't have to go all out. You could just, I guess, maybe scroll the item for attack or magic attack with an armor or accessory scroll, and then chaos scroll it. You know, if you wanted to do that, that's an option as well. Kind of scrolling down here, I did add a few items because when you're power leveling, you want to go to like the best spots possible, and one of the best spots is Omega Sector Star Force Aliens, which is 140 Star Force. That's a lot of Star Force to get, especially around that level range. You know, not everyone can just get 140 Star Force. So, assuming you're using like gear like mine, for example, rings have no Star Force, right? So these are really cheap. And I could actually go into the auction house after this and just kind of show you how much I bought these for. But Iphia's ring, Silver Blossom ring, I mean, if you want to potential them, sure, but they're really there for the Star Force for that level bracket for Omega Sector, 10 Star Force each, really good. Iphia's necklace, so essentially, if I'm not going to be using the pendant, or I will be using the pendant, I will typically unlock my second slot with you know, reward point, extra pendant slot, and then use another pendant, for example this one, 10 extra Star Force right there, and then the Iphia's earrings, because I just chose something random, honestly, and you know, earrings have 5 Star Force, this has 10. It all makes sense in the end once you actually calculate total Star Force. Will actually end up going to 140, like exactly. Shoulder, you know, shoulder has nothing for the Abso. Get this to 12 stars. If anything that can go 12 stars, that can get 12 stars rather, should go to 12 stars. And then this gold heart, you know, not everyone's gonna have you know, like a tradable Futuroid android. So a nice gold heart right there. This is not for any stat or like range. This is just for the 5 Star Force to get from it. And yeah, like I said, like anything that can get 12 Star Force should get 12 Star Force. For example, this shoulder, everything else here is 10. But if we scroll up here, CRA gear is pretty important, you know, when I do power leveling, and everything does go 12 stars. I try to get at least a decent flame. None of these have like a really good flame or anything. I guess this is decent. 6 all stat 4 attack. But I try to get a decent flame. I just spell trace it, you know, 70%. Doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to go hard on it or anything like that. And then just 12 star, because those 12 star in gear is super important to reach that 140 Star Force threshold when you get to aliens. And that's about it, really. You know, try to go for that CRA. Just some extra items here for additional Star Force combined with everything else here that I use that I'm not replacing right here. Will net you 140 Star Force. And again, this is just what I use. And what I do sometimes for, you know, I guess, like I said earlier, specific characters, I will use like my friends' gears and whatnot to get me more range so I can guarantee that I one-shot. Or I'll just use certain specific gear that I have personally that's not this in terms of like low-level common stuff. Okay? And I know, again, this was like a really requested video. This is what I use. Hopefully it can give you an idea of what to go for if you're thinking about power leveling a bunch of characters to 200, you know, for Legion in non-reboot. You don't have to get exactly what I have, obviously, but again, it's just to get an idea of what maybe you should be looking for. And if there are cheaper alternatives, you know, then go for it. You know, you don't have to wail and spend billions of meso making your training gear. It has to you just have to have enough. It has to be good enough for you to not even have to one shot, but at least 2 shot, you know, because then your leveling will go substantially faster. And yep, that's pretty much gonna be it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was somewhat informative. And I will see you all in the next one. Alright, so real quick before I end, I forgot I was actually rewatching the previous clip, and I forgot to show like the prices of the items that I bought stuff for. So okay, I can't go to auction house in here. So let me just quickly go to somewhere where I can. All right. And if I just head over to the auction house, right here, you can see how much I bought each item for. So like, it's really not that expensive, but please take into account that at the recording of this video, these were the prices of these particular items. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And yeah, just I didn't really have any of these, so I just bought them before making this video, just to show you, just potentially how much I spent here. And then that does not include obviously any spell tracing and star forcing cost, but just to acquire the pieces of gear for the extra star force, to get to that 140 benchmark for aliens. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one.